This is an archive of the Book of Halter. What you're about to witness is for mature audience, for it contains violent actions, coarse language, sexual references, and mild drug use. If you or your child should not wish to watch, please click off now. With that said, we are following the evil campaign.
Womp womp.
Angerfist,
Yes.
we shall be getting back to you. Axe
Yep.
Death,
Yellow. My favorite
last left
color.
off, you were heading back north to rally your forces for the next attack.
Yep.
So
Which
you
is
have
where I decided to go because I could definitely remember where I last.
Wishes Creek.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
As you had arrived back in the Crimson Killer's new base, which happens to be Old Banditville.
Yep.
There are a few hanging bodies around the place. Some that are, corpses, of course. Some that you recognize in their armor as being Sovereign Guard. Some that look like maybe ne'er-do-wells. And a couple that have iron fists on them.
Okay. I'm gonna
The
just keep.
current orc in charge of defenses, which you know, as he was spared the slaughter that they found themselves in, is the red orc. Sorry, not the red orc, the black orc. Ronark.
Yeah, Ronark. Yeah.
Ronark, upon seeing you, gestures to these bodies. When will they learn? They never learn. Creatures keep trying to take our land.
Well, soon we're gonna be moving out anyway to Wishes Creek.
Going to the mainland.
It's where more fun is.
You're sounding a little too much like the old days.
Well, I've got things to do over there.
And what of art? Are we staying here? Or shall the entire orc clan?
Well, most of us will go. Some of us can stay here, protect our new home. And I see that you seem to like defending the home from the many different types of people who decide to go too far.
It is only in the best interests of the Crimson Killers to make sure that any who wish to try and take the land. Learn it will only be taken in blood.
And I'm
These
guessing that's why.
ones are strange, though. They say they are with a group called the Iron Fists.
Yes, they are. Angerfist came with me when I first met Ronark, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I beat the shit out of our druid in front of them.
Okay. Do you remember when I first met you?
You are
And,
with a lizard, a Goliath, and some little gunslinger.
Yes, well, the Iron Fists are under the Goliath's I wouldn't say control. What would be the fucking right word?
Band.
Band, yeah. They're under the other Goliath Angerfist band. They all seem to go through the same process of losing a limb, mainly one of their arms or fists.
Well, these ones made their way into our lands. Saying something about alliances. We don't do alliances. Not in the mainland.
Well, we might need their help. And right now, they're the only people that would be willing to help us. Because right now, none of us know what would be happening on the mainland. Last I
And
heard
what
is
do you
that
expect them to do? Throw themselves at the enemy? They're weak. Look at this. They hang from small, broken twigs.
well, if you reckon we won't need them,
The
then
Marauders never needed anyone. The Crimson Killers shouldn't either. As he says that hesitantly, looking at all the Goliaths around the place. It is an affront to Gormish that these creatures are here. We should have been the only ones out. What Gormish sees in you, I do not know. But many orcs are questioning your authority.
and if they want to question it, they know how to come and get me. They choose to fight. And if they don't want to fight, then they're worse off and they shouldn't be here.
Watch your back. They may try something. Orcs have never settled down for so long. Society is not our strong suits.
Well, as you are aware, I'm not just taking orcs into this group anymore because the numbers are thinning of orcs. Sooner or later, we're going to run out of orcs that are willing to join.
There are more orcs on the mainland. Sure of this, I am.
Well, then we won't waste much time going to the mainland. Once we've got all the preparations ready, we will leave.
All leave, or only few?
Wait, what did he say?
All leave, or only few?
I'm still not catching what he's saying at the end there.
Are all leaving, or only a few?
If anyone wants to stay, they can stay. So it is their choice in the end.
The Goliaths are the only ones who wish to stay, wherever you send them. Orcs, as I have said, are not privy to staying in one place. A camp or two to suffice, but an entire civilization is not in our plans. And that creature that has brought those weapons, siege weapons, he has been useful as tool, but he will outlive his usefulness at some point.
And when that time comes, we'll either find something else for him to do or he will be killed off.
Your heart is soft. You have grown fond of these creatures. Orcs have been superior always. Every other race is just imitation. Why Gormish chose you, I shan't understand. But watch your back. There are those who seem to think that you speak falsehoods.
I'll let them. If they're really that far into it, they can try to kill me. It'll be their heads up on the fucking spikes next. And I'm just gonna walk away.
So, that was a rather charming fellow. What's his name?
That is, where did I put his name? Fuck. That's Ronark. He doesn't like the fact that he's only just started voicing the fact that he doesn't like anyone else but the orcs here. And he wants to stay on the move.
I haven't talked to him before. I've been too busy working on, the siege equipment he keeps talking about.
Yes.
I'd imagine if Alice was here, she'd probably have issue with him. Certainly be a fight I would pull up a chair and watch.
And I wouldn't be able to intervene on that one either. I'd have to let it stay its course. Because if I intervene in any way, they would think I'm showing weakness. They already do anyway.
Right, well, I'll keep working on some siege weapons. You just enjoy yourself. With that note, I shall be right back.
Okay. Fucking run off.
I will be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
But I will be here for now. So where are you heading?
Me?
Yeah. In 5 minutes I shall be getting you. Or soon.
Oh.
One or two.
I mean, I'll be just trying to prep things to get us ready for going to going to the mainland.
Idea.
And then sending a message to, using a sending stone to just tell Angerfist that fucking Ronark believes that we won't need your help, but either way, he could stay in the back, and if it looks like we need help, he can push in. And if Ronark has a problem, then me and him will have to sort it. The only way to fucking Gurumish would have it be sorted.
I'd probably just reply, I do not care if Ronark has a problem with it or not. I don't expect any of my iron fists to be helping with Ursh's Creek anyway. Only if they choose to. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be too busy.
Fair enough on that.
Angerfist.
Yes.
You finished burying your brother. And with that, you hear commotion coming in.
I turn to look towards the entrance, expecting to see, honestly, just the cousin, a head-splitter's son.
You see your cousin, but you also see 6 Goliaths behind him, carrying what could only be considered a cart-sized keg. As they place it down in the middle of the crypt. He takes a drinking horn, fills it, and hands it to you. Rumor is, cousin, you cannot get drunk.
I formerly couldn't get drunk. Things have happened, and now I can again.
Well, though we cannot leave the mountain, let this be a gift to you and to all the Goliaths that you will be free. Soon, I would hope.
Yes, that is very much on the to-do list.
And I'll be right
Hell,
back.
I might. Yep.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Are you there, Charlie?
Yes.
Cool. So he hands you a drinking horn. And you say that you can now drink.
I can now get drunk, yeah.
Yep. And then he said, let this be a toast to all who you shall hopefully be rescuing soon.
Very well. Although I still have matters to attend to, so I will only have the one. First and foremost, seeing if I can't get my elemental gear back. Cheers. And I would drink it.
Cool. So they all of them drink their brew
Yeah.
as he turns to the other six. He turns to the other six and gestures to them. Meet your other cousins, so to speak. Each one of them is willing to come with you, to fight with you, and to die, if need be, for the Goliaths to be saved.
That is appreciated. Especially seeing as the Southern Guard are determined to keep all the clans in the mountains.
These are my six favorite warriors during the fights. Each one of them personally took on hundreds and managed to take out a large swath of such numbers. Each one has made a name for themselves in our clan, but to your iron fists, you'll have to see. With my
Very well.
father's death, it's time for a new.
Mhm.
How would you say it? Empire to fall. One where Goliaths don't fear anyone, and where the strong rule the weak. Not the strong hide upon their mountains, scolding the weak.
You know, I feel like if you were an orc, you'd get along with Ronark. Granted, that would also mean, granted, you and him would probably fight for some sort of leadership role.
Whoever this Ronar character is, orcs are not anywhere near as superior as Goliaths. We can survive altitudes far higher than most mortals. Wounds that could kill, we shrug off.
Aye.
Orcs, their danger is in numbers. That is not a weakness we share.
That is fair. There may even come a time when the Crimson Killers come knocking on the mountains, though, or when you and the other clans start spreading from the mountains, you might come across them.
Whatever happens, I
It's
hope
up to
that
you
you'll be. I hope that you'll be on the winning team, brother.
That's providing I'm still alive.
With that, he slaps you on the shoulder. You have one use of it. Remember it. This drink has connected us together. When you are ready, my 6 best shall make themselves known. Until then, they shall lie low.
Thank you. And thank the rest of you as well.
Each one of them clinks their horns together and finishes it, and just they cheer.
Now, I am either going to see if the Hammer King is willing to create some new elemental arm for me and gauntlet, or I'm going to see if I can't figure something stupid out.
That doesn't seem like a trait that hasn't exactly been lost upon your sect of the Orgalavi. Good luck on that, as he walks out, leaving the huge keg behind. You
As
would
much
not
as
be
I-
able to lift it, sadly. It would be
Yeah, I was
too
gonna-
awkward.
As much as I'd love to take that with me, not only would I not be able to lift it, I would also not be able to fit it into my bag of holding.
Nah.
So, meta-wise, is it safe to assume that what I drank with them is some sort of allows me to just sort of send a telepathic thing and those 6 will appear?
It was basically sending.
Sending, okay.
Yeah. So you basically
Yeah.
have you basically now have one use of sending to those specific creatures.
Yeah.
And the way that works is because there's a bit of copper dust sort of in there so that it could activate.
Okay, cool. So I do not need to take them with me, do I?
Nope. They are, however, walking off. If you would like to ask where they'll be, they will tell you that they'll be waiting not far from where the main
Yeah, okay.
jail area is.
Yeah, so not far from like Overlook. Or is it Outlook? Lookout. Outlook or Lookout. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would have asked that. And then oh fuck. Well, here's I'm gonna
Here's
pull out
hoping
the.
that the what's left of your gauntlets works to teleport you.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. I think it does also help that I've been there before. But here we go. I'd like to attempt to teleport to where the Hammer King is. Why does this look all so different?
Right? You appear in the same cavern you were once before. The sound of the hammer strikes not too distant from here.
I would like to go and go towards the hammer sound because I'm gonna probably assume it's the Hammer King.
You head towards the hammer sound as you go across the
Oh.
large rocky bridge, seeing the Hammer King ahead of you, forging what looks to be bullets.
Huh.
At your
don't think
approach, he holds his hand up. What brings you back?
A very, very slim hope in getting my arm and gauntlet back.
How did you lose him?
I died.
You don't look very dead to me.
I then came back.
That makes sense, but you still don't seem very dead. So how did you lose him?
Well, I died. They dissipated, like you said, and all my iron fists were able to salvage were these.
The elements, yes. Oh, what you got?
I believe I only have the earth and water ones because they couldn't salvage fire and air.
Yep.
I only have earth and water because they could not salvage
That's
air,
not what
fire,
I'm
and
talking
air.
about. What you got that I can have in return for such fine things you lost? It's not an easy job building elemental weapons. It's not an easy job at all. It makes it a lot harder when people like you seem to think it's an easy thing to just lose them on you.
I do not think it is an easy thing to just lose.
Then how did you bloody die? No
I
one
pulled
thinks about the
an
blacksmiths.
I pulled an adamantine ballista bolt out of me, as I would just point at where it was. Fought through several adamantine gates. Killed nearly 100 Sovereign Guard in my way, and ultimately failed to save my brother.
And you think that's my fault that you died?
No, it is entirely my own.
Then what you got to get some new ones then?
Metalwise, I don't know. Besides my own adamantine arm.
You think adamantine is going to matter to a man who can make anything elemental?
No.
He
No,
probably
it
uses
isn't.
elemental spoons and forks to eat his soup and spaghetti.
Yeah.
He probably can make adamantine too.
Honestly, I don't really have anything that I could potentially offer you.
Nothing at all. No wishes that you got promised, none.
Oh, well. I do have a wish promised to me by the Tempter if I deal with
By the
if I do.
who?
The Tempter.
The Tempter.
Yeah.
And why did you go and make a deal with that sod?
Happened a fair while ago. Meant to go and deal with do something in a place called Wishes Creek for him.
Right.
He wants it.
Well, that's not going to help me very much. That's going to be a very one-sided wish.
Yes.
Hmm. The next idea is maybe your immortal soul.
That, I believe, is it. That, I would show him the coin that I got from Mal's error, is spoken for.
You don't leave blacksmith much to work with, do ya?
No, unfortunately I don't. I know that this was a very slim chance.
You got anything personal that you wouldn't want to give up? Anything that if it was to be taken away from you, it would destroy you even more. But, in your eyes, would be worth every cent.
Oh, this is gonna seem really fucking patronizing to him, given to what he can make. Engifis pulls out 2 coins, actually. One is a pyrite coin with the symbol of Head Splitter. The other is the first gold coin he ever stole with his own mark. The only 2 things that come to mind are these. The first coin I ever stole and has been with me ever since.
Now, what
And
about the other one?
Meta-wise, I believe the pyrite coin was given to me by, I think, Corollas. Yes, Corollas, because he gave everyone like one with the symbol of their bonded weapon
Yep.
or item. And the other one is a pyrite coin with the symbol of a very dear weapon of mine that I used for a long time until I gave it to its rightful owner.
And there's nothing else that you could offer. Nothing at all.
Besides, I don't know, my arms. I mean, arm.
About to say, if you know where your other arm is.
Offer him your eye.
Do not know where the arm that Anderson took is. I assume he probably fed it to something. Actually, just give me a second. I pull out the sending stone that was to Boss, but is now to the second in command. Vascal, I think.
Yep.
Hey, Vascal. Weird question. Do you know what Boss did with my arm?
There is no response. Do you remember why there wouldn't be any response? Because there's currently a battle going on.
Yeah, that's right. That's a fucking walk.
And Nubek is currently just in that city, just sitting on top of one of the palisade walls, just neat.
Yeah.
Just watching it all, just, yeah, this is what I expected. The new capital of Celestia is going to become the Goblin City. Anyway. At some point you then get a response. What was that again? Busy at
Yeah,
the moment.
Yeah, I forgot that you were having that whole fight with the black market and shit. You don't know what Boss did with the arm he took from me, right?
As what he did with everyone he took something from. He sold it into the black market.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's
Meaning it
probably
was
an
wrong.
arm somewhere in the black market that is yours. It's hard to find Goliaths who lose a limb.
Right.
I'm sure that a individual, Apotho, might be able to help you. He's been seen going through the battlefield, scooping up body parts.
Right. Thank you for that.
Anything
Oh,
else?
No, not right now. Not at the moment.
Good luck with whatever you're doing.
Yeah. I put the sending stone away, or at least I stopped concentrating on sending things
Yep.
through it. Well, that arm is probably in the hands of Apotho, who does things with people with bodies.
I think I got an idea.
What's that?
Go get that arm of yours restitched. Get it put back on. And if you survive that process, you make your way back here, then I'll get you to try and dip your fists into the elemental forge. If you survive that, then you get your elemental fists. If you don't, I get entertainment.
Fair. I was honestly thinking of doing that anyway.
With
The
one
whole
fist,
shoving my.
because elemental doesn't really do too well with adamantine. Adamantine tends to dissolve when it goes into this forge. That's why you gotta make elemental tools to be able to use the elemental forge. Otherwise, if you use adamantine, it tends to find itself dissolving in such chaotic circumstances. You wouldn't happen to know this Harold Chieftain Axteth, would you?
He's a friend of mine. I'm going to be
Right.
fighting him at some point to the death.
Oh, let's hope you win, because it seems like there's been a lot of murmurs in the city saying that this Harold Chieftain Axteth is about to come and upheaval the society that the king has made here.
I think Grumish mentioned something about that, yes.
Oh, I'm not gonna enjoy this. Not gonna enjoy it at all.
Probably not. Alright. Well, I'm going to need a day before I can do that, so then my helmet has charges again.
How many charges did you use today?
I've used all three. I used the last
Ah.
one to get there.
Well, you take the way out you came in and go down the stairs. You can go meet with the king.
I might go for a wander, yes.
Just watch out, though. He's been a little wary of Goliath ever since he's been getting those visions. He has.
Well, then at the very least, I'm easy to tell apart from Axteth, as I just shake my adamantine arm.
We will see about that. We will see about that. Well, off you go. I got a lot of forging to do and not a lot of time.
Alright. I hope to be able to see you again, and shove my hands into your forge.
Are you coming on to me?
No. If anything, I'm coming on to that. I point at his elemental forge.
I had no idea that you were into inanimate objects. Well, alright, each to their own.
I'm not. Whatever.
I'm not judging.
Whatever. I I exit his building.
Right.
His forge.
So, exiting the forge, you find yourself at a staircase. That seems like it leads down into a rather large city.
Honestly, Agathis would rather just. What is the time of day at this point? Hello?
Give me a sec. I'm back. So,
I'm
what do
back.
you want to do?
Cool.
John?
What is the time of day at the moment?
It's. In this place, it's already dead of night.
Oh, okay.
Or at least, it's not dead of night, but it's late.
How cool? Do I reckon I'd be able to get a decent sleep if I just like leant against the wall?
Nah. Not
Okay.
not here, as it seems like there's a wind tunnel.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go down until I don't until there's no more fucking wind tunnel.
You go down,
Basically,
you find some gates, and you see a few orcs. Who is you?
do they speak common?
No, speaking Orcish.
Really wish I'd learned Orcish from Axteth. I say that in common.
They yell, and another orc appears. Who is you?
I try giant. It's like I am Angerfist.
You hear
I'm
them
looking.
arguing in Orcish again as another orc appears. Who is you?
So
In
I'm just
Orcish.
or I'm just seeing orcs approach and then yelling something in Orcish.
No, they're up on like a top part of the gate.
Yeah.
And you just see another one appear. Who is you? The first two speak Orcish. The third one speaks common and asked who is you. And the fourth
Oh.
one, then after you sighed and spoke in,
Oh, I didn't know that the third one spoke in common.
oh, I thought you were just gonna sigh and try and see how many of them you could just lull into believing that you didn't speak a language that they had anyone to understand, so that you could just be left to your left to just lie next to the gate and just be like, ah, nice.
Honestly, that is very much a thing that Angus would do.
Anyway, so now that we've gone to one that says who are you in more of an orcish giant sort of thing.
I'm Angerfist. I paid a visit to the Hammer King, and I need to, I need to sleep until morning, so then I can leave.
Alright. The gate opens.
I don't have any money to pay for a
The
room
gate
or
has
anything.
opened. Get in. What are you waiting for?
I'd
To
walk
catch
in.
your cold. As you enter,
Depends on how cold it can get here.
as you enter, a bell is rung 3 times. As the doors ahead of you to a much larger building open up, and more orcs appear walking out, and one of them comes up to you with what looks to be little trinkets. You want, yes? Yes, you want? They try to put one on your head.
So they're jumping to try and put it on my head.
Yes. These orcs
No.
look like they are salespeople or scammers or, tourist sort of trap sort of style.
Do you mind getting them away from me?
A larger orc appears outside, coming out of the place, and yells at all the orcs to scatter, and they just run off. This orc is bigger than you.
Yep.
This orc is scarier than you.
Yep.
This orc would intimidate someone if it weren't for the fact that the one that is standing there has already learnt that their death comes.
A, my death comes. B, I've literally fought a Chaos God.
Yep.
So do you speak giant or common?
I speak whatever needs to be spoken to get my point across. You are a trespasser on these lands. I will spare you this time. But I must ask Goliath, who are you? Are you a
Angerfist
messenger
Ugolai.
of the Ugolabis? I have
I
not
am no
met a
messenger.
Goliath from that clan.
I am not a messenger of the clan, nor am I a messenger of anyone. I am here I was here on a personal matter with the Hammer King.
Not many see the Hammer King. Not many get to the Hammer King.
If I am in luck, I may very well be back, but you might not see me.
Is that a threat?
No, it's the fact that it's the fact that I'm either going to die in there next time I'm here, or I am just going to teleport away.
That seems literal. Too easy to me.
Who are you? Well,
I
assuming you're
am
probably the leader.
Gorashnak. King Gorashnak.
Oh, the guy that Grumish wants Axdeath to fight.
Grumish has long since deemed me unworthy of such a title as Harold Chieftain. Long have I not cared.
Fair.
Where the hell is Underbite? I've just been looking for Underbite for this entire time to try and, like, get the Underbite going. But I just can't find it. I just can't. Until I find Underbite, I can't send a picture of this person, damn it.
Hmm.
I know I saw it at some point. I've just got to find it. It's called Underbite. But where? 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 Looking for the Underbite, Underbite, Underbite. Looking for the Underbite is so damn painful. And this would be so much easier if I knew where Underbite was.
Hmm.
Give me Underbite. Oh, I remember where Underbite is. It's here. Underbite! Omnia Man! Give it to me. Cool. He is looking down at you, by the way.
Yep.
So he is very much taller than you.
Yep.
So at least he has that going for him. And he does wield an elemental weapon as well.
Yep.
So what was the last thing that was said? Was it him or you who said so?
I don't actually remember. Something about it being too easy or something like either something about it being too easy or something about Grimish. About how
Oh,
Grimish
yeah. Grimish wishes my death. I have long since stopped caring. The orcs have managed to live more fruitful lives since I had become king. The dwarves have not attacked us, and we have been able to advance our craft, our weaponry, and armor, becoming better.
I can see that.
The
And I must
Hammerkin,
say your city is impressive.
the Hammerkin would not have been possible without society. That is something that Grimish does not understand.
Aye. He also doesn't seem to understand when someone wants their destruction and pain that they bring to be their own. Kinda pissed him off with that, I think.
Grimish, under everything, is as any creature is, bloodthirsty. It's just how much of a control you have upon it.
Aye. I don't intend on letting some god control how bloodthirsty I am. Not while I live, at least.
He holds his right hand out. You can see it is scarred.
Maybe he's holding it out to shake.
It looks like it.
I would hold my metal arm out to shake. My adamantine arm out, yeah.
And what is your name? Once more.
Angerfist Ugalavi.
Right, the Ugala. I'll have to remember that name if I ever meet another. Are you prominent much in the north, or is your clan small?
Where my clan is the most powerful there.
I'm not
However,
sure I know that. The
No.
Ugalavis were so powerful. The one that is currently holding the power in the north is...
I
Excuse
believe
me
this
while
is
my brain starts going through folders and I look for this name.
I believe this is the continent known as Envarants, yes?
That is correct.
I am from a different continent.
Different continent, you say?
Aye.
I didn't realize there were more. I knew north past the jungles were another kingdom, and down south is the Draconian Empire, and to the east is the great deserts of Calabas. One that stretches so far that you could not see the other side. Could not travel to it either. You would die before you got to the other side.
That sounds like a hell of a sight. Yes, the continent I am from, I don't think actually has a name.
Oh, that one. I have heard of it. It had not been given a name because the Goliaths had a name for it long before anyone else, and it was wiped from history.
Hmm. Then probably the giant at the castle stone might still remember it.
You'll have to ask.
Maybe.
Whatever happens, there was a reason the name was Prophet.
Yes. Is how things go, isn't it?
If you are willing to talk to one ruler, you should talk to another if your clan is so powerful.
I do not know how the Ogalavi clan would match up to the clan, to whoever's clan you were talking to.
Dominus Teleco. From the Teleco clan. I'm sure if you are as powerful there, then you would match the likes of Dominus Teleco.
Probably not, but, well, I might, I don't know. I'm
You
always
should
down.
stay. He will be here soon.
Well, I need to stay. I need to stay a night anyways. Then my helmet teleportation works again.
I'm sure he would love to learn of a Goliath from the lands beyond. The rough seas and waves. Neither me nor Dominus have any reason to leave the mainland.
Which is fair. I'm just realizing something. Angerfist didn't get to grow to his like 11 or 12 feet tall after he went to the clan and deposited his brother's body and the arm.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe you just haven't been given a reason to rage that much again. You did kind of lose your brother.
Yeah.
Gotta tap into that anger, man. That anger.
No. I'm sure it'll happen against Kent. Because he's really fucking pissed off at him. Very well. Do be aware I have literally no money to be able to spend. I can offer you a drink. I can offer you and him a drink, though. Only one bottle of... I just pull out a bottle of Platinum Standard. I don't know how much you and him like port, though.
You pull out Platinum Standard, and he sort of just shakes his head. It is with a heavy heart that I tell you that alcohol does nothing.
Yeah, I was like that. And then I tore a ballista bolt out of me. No, I'd put the bottle away.
He just sort of looks at you. He raised an eyebrow when you said that.
Yeah, I was shot through with an adamantine ballista bolt. In my anger, I tore it out the wrong way. I was in a bit of a hurry and wasn't thinking right. I then severely aggravated the wound. Which led to me actually losing my elemental arm and gauntlet, which is why I was here to see the Hammer King,
You
and
are
why I will be back.
you are lucky that you were able to teleport. Losing something so precious from such as the Hammer King, I probably wouldn't have let you leave. But as you
I'm
seem to
aware.
have been able to walk out of the Hammer King's smith, and don't seem like you have any blood upon you. You did not harm him, and he did not try and harm you.
Nope. The only harm that will be coming to me if I go back to that place will be when I stick my hands in his forge.
Oh, I used to be reckless once. I remember those times. The amount of orcs that are vying for my power, I cannot afford to be reckless.
Luckily, I don't have anyone
Young
vying for
creatures
mine.
such as yourself give me reason to smile. How old is your character again?
I think he's like 26.
Older
Yeah,
than
he's 26.
older than Garashnak.
How old are you exactly?
By orc years, I am almost at my half-life. 23.
Ah,
You Goliaths live a little longer than us.
aye.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that young side of you believes that you're older than me.
Others might consider that, but there's also there is the factor of our races having differing lifespan.
Please,
And
let us stop
and
talking outside and go inside.
aye. And age does not determine someone's experiences.
As you walk in, you are treated to a feast. Here's an offhand
Yep.
comment from Garashnak saying that some benefits that could not be given via tribal dynasties would be these delicious feasts. Anyway, during that day, Axdeath,
Hello.
a few Goliaths have been chosen as new shamans of Gromish. They have been taught the ways of Gromish, but are unfortunately not shadow sorcerers. Instead, they are wizards,
Okay.
as only true Gromish Germans are born of shadow.
Okay.
With that, they have gotten a portal ready that will most likely bring you straight to Holot.
That's close to Wisher Creek, right?
That's on the mainland. You don't need
Uh,
to take any ships.
Okay. Well, I'll practically just tell everyone who's coming with me to get their final preparations, and we'll be leaving soon.
Right? With that, you have seems like Wonderdraft has decided to die on me. This is not good.
Rip.
Let me see if I can just go into Let's see if I just do this or fix it. Nope, that's worse. That was very much worse. Oh boy.